All of this stuff is horrible. Look at all this horrible, horrible food.
I'm sorry, but where the are all her comments containing unsolicited...
Wait, it says, I'm sorry. Where the fuck are... Oh, okay. It's what she's saying.
health advice from strangers? Where are the comments worried about her health, saying she's going to die by the time she's 40?
I agree.
Where are the people counting her calories, although she didn't ask
This woman's right, because eating like that is just ridiculous. Yeah.
for them? Where are the people saying that it's disgusting to put that much food in your body? Where are the people assuming she eats like this every day based off of a 60-second TikTok?
Well, she probably doesn't because she's not huge, right? Because if you ate like that every day, you'd be huge, right?
Nowhere. Go right now, click on her video, go in the comment section, and see if she even has a quarter of the hate comments I get in all of my what I eat in a day videos.
But what do you eat in a day? All right. She probably doesn't eat this every day. This woman doesn't look that big either, though.
She acts like she's in the human centipede, and whatever the woman eats is going into her. Don't worry about it.
Right. But you should hate her as much as you hate me. Is that what she's saying? Like, give her.
It's just a bunch of people concerned about everyone else.
And this woman doesn't look that big. Again, you're only looking from the shoulders up, but she doesn't. I don't know.
Does she deserve hate comments? Absolutely not. Nor should you go in her comment section and start berating her about what she chooses to eat.
But again, and she said, and you alluded to this. Well, you didn't allude to it. You directly said it, that these people put themselves out there. Now, this woman does videos about this is what I consume in a day, and then she's upset. Like, look, we put ourselves out here, right? People are going to comment. They're going to like it. They're not going to like it. I can't sit here and put myself out here like this, right? And say, oh my God, they don't like me. If you're going to put yourself out there, honey, and you're going to tell people this is what I eat in a day, and only want good reviews and only want good things said, well, you're just delusional. That's not the way this social media works. You know, that's ridiculous. It's ludicrous.
Everybody has the right to do whatever the they want with their bodies.
And people have the right to say whatever the they want with their mouths. This is America. It's called free speech. Don't put yourself out there if you don't want the criticism.
But this is a perfect example about how fat people get harassed and mistreated for the same exact things that thin people do.
That's
Sending
ridiculous.
all the love to this girl, but we need to do better about treating all bodies equally.
That's ridiculous. All bodies are not equal. And again, I go back to, I wonder if she dates any ugly people. You know, I wonder if she dated the nerd in school with the pimples on his face, you know, and the pants all the way up and, you know, all that shit. No, probably not. Right, exactly. Looking, well, yeah. You know, and here we go again with the different colored hair and the makeup and all this and the tattoos and the nails, right? But I'm not concerned about my looks, and you shouldn't be either.
They need to stop with the bangs.
Yeah, this is one of those androgynous things, I think. I have a skin condition that is flaring. RN. What's RN?
Right now.
Oh, right now. Okay. So basically, I find skinny women attractive. You're fat phobic. If you find skinny women attractive, you're fat phobic.
Really?
So you find all people, every person is attractive. I love that too. If you don't like this, as somebody said, if you don't want to date a trans woman, that you're transphobic. Well, that's just ridiculous. I'm not into penis. I have no problem with trans women. That's fine. Be who you are, whatever, like that. But if I don't want to date you, it means I'm transphobic. It's ridiculous. So if you're a lesbian and you are with a trans woman, are you going to be with that woman if she wants to have sex with her penis inside you? That's the way to turn that around. That's the whole, let's see if people in the LGBTQ plus community can get with that. So I'm a hardcore lesbian. I don't like penis. I don't like it. Will I date a trans woman? Will you? Yeah. And if not, why not? Does that make you transphobic? There's a question, right? Oh, we're going to hit all the buttons today, boy. We're going to get a lot of hate mail. I love it. Here we go. Let's see what this woman, I'm going to guess, has to say. They. We'll just call it they. They. Let's see what they say. I'm trying.
Okay.
Walter.
So I feel like a lot of people still don't actually get this. Like they can't wrap their brains around it. And yes, it's not my job to educate you, but
I'm going to anyway. Because I've got nothing else to say.
Honestly, if this finds someone who's like, you know, teeter-tottering, wants to learn, I don't know if it's this person. It's probably not, because they're just commenting on my videos like crap just for fun. But in case this gets to anyone who's willing to learn.
Go ahead.
It is not inherently fat phobic to be attracted to thinner people.
Okay, well, we can agree on that. Okay.
It's only fat phobic if you exclude a group of people, fat people, from that attraction due to the fact that you think being fat is unhealthy, unattractive. Because why do you think it's unattractive?
Because I'm not attracted.
Right, because I'm not. And some people are. I knew a guy. His name was Sergeant Davis. I don't remember his first name, but anyway, he wouldn't date a chick under 250 pounds. Wouldn't date her. He loved fat chicks. More power to him. Go ahead. We had a common day room, and he'd be in there like and stuff. It was disgusting. Mm-hmm. And not because they were fat, but because you don't do. Come on, man, go in your room. Like you had a barracks room. Go do that. Anyway, but so wait a second. So I always wonder, like, are these people saying that they are attracted to every single type of body, every single type of thing? Because that doesn't make any sense. Like, people have attractions. They have particular likes. I love Latin women. I marry Latin women. I buy them houses, and then they leave me. You can see why if you watch this channel. That doesn't make it is unhealthy. And I'm not saying, and I have been attracted. There have been bigger women that I've been attracted to. It's not something that I say, well, this makes it unattractive. What makes it unappealing is this attitude that you're always under attack or whatever. Being healthy is what's important here. And you're not healthy at any size. Again, talk to me when you're 45. And again, and I was right about this so far anyway. All of these people are under 40. All of them. I would venture to guess that most of them are under 35 so far. And we're 9 minutes in. We've probably seen maybe 10 different people in here, and they're all young. They're all young women. Talk to me when you're 40. Talk to me when you're 45. Talk to me when you're talking about knee replacement surgery, hip surgery, diabetes, insulin, all this other stuff. Talk to me then, and you don't see that.
Where does that come from?
Well, your likes and dislikes.
Your fear of larger bodies.
No, it's
right?
not fear. Well, it could be fear, You do the old cowgirl like, Yeah, okay, I could see a little fear there.
Like that, or not even your fear of larger bodies, but your distaste for, your dissatisfaction for.
Okay. Now, and again, I go David Goggins and Joe Rogan making that one statement. We've talked about it before. Joe Rogan's talking about having a box. Mm-hmm. And I guarantee you, and I can tell because she uses makeup, because she colors her hair, because her nails are fantastic, right? That if there was a button she could push that would give her any body she wanted, any body, any she'd push that button in a heartbeat. Because there's no work involved, there's no nothing involved. She would change in a heartbeat and give herself the body of her dreams. Mm-hmm. It's so ridiculous. And you're not supposed to have a particular attraction? It's ridiculous.
That's fat phobic.
No, it's not. You're wrong.
I can like thin people. I don't always like. I love like a full-bodied individual.
Okay, because that's who loves her.
So she has a preference,
right? Yeah. Well, there you go.
And you can see it in her face. Like I like some thin people.
Yeah.
All right. So that means you have a preference. You'd rather go for someone that kind of reflects you a little more, or understands your plights a little
likes
more.
Likes to eat with you.
Sure.
It's like an alcoholic liking another alcoholic. We can go to the bar together. We can get f***ed up, and then we can, Well, I'm swearing a lot in this.
Get those greasy.
Go, girl.
I'll
say that.
The beauty of editing.
This is the editing, right?
And I can still like thin people too, but I don't exclude fat people from my preferences.
She doesn't even.
Because at that point, it's no longer a preference; it's a bias.
What?
There's
What's the difference between a preference and a bias?
Same shit.
It is the same. Because she's equating a preference with a like and a dislike. I don't like you because you're fat. No. I'm not attracted to you because you're fat. I'm attracted to thinner people. Listen, I like to look to the industry for a barometer on how things are going, right? You look to who are the stars? The big one. Yeah, and there are some big girls that are in. You don't see fat guys. You don't see fat guys in female. You don't see them. And why? Because women aren't attracted to that, right? Women are attracted to guys that look fit. She's attracted. I don't care what she says. She's attracted to guys that are fit. And that's it.
Stigma. There's a weight stigma, right? Which is where the phrase weight stigma comes in. Certain weights are stigmatized.
She's waiting for the camera to answer
right?
her.
Yeah.
All rooted in racism.
All rooted in racism. Why is it? She's a white girl. How is it rooted in racism? Again, the idea that you black people out there, all right, my black audience, you're just too stupid to know how to lose weight. You're too stupid to know about dieting and nutrition. We white people, we're going to educate you on all that, okay? Because, it's all racist. That fat phobia is racist. How condescending can you be?
These people are icky.
Right. These black people that just, they just eat poorly and they don't know.
It's just
racist.
Very manipulative.
Yeah.
Very.
Well, again, it's
very
using a justification, right? Because if calling you fat phobic isn't enough for you to leave me alone about me eating myself to death, I'm going to call you racist too. So it's a double whammy on your part. How the hell do you equate the two? So there are no fit black people. There are no, and all white people are fit. She's a fat white chick talking about it's racist for you to call me fat. What? Wait a second.
I don't like being called a college dropout.
Yeah.
But I am not going to attempt to go back.
Right.
But I'd appreciate if I wasn't considered a college dropout.
And you want to know something? I think that if
I think really hard, I should get.
I don't think they should hold it against you on job applications either. Are you a college graduate? How dare you ask me that? You're college dropout phobic. That's what you are.
I watched a lot of ER.
Yeah, I think I could be a brain surgeon.
I printed out a piece of paper that says I cleared my MCATs.
That's right. We're good.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I don't need anybody to tell me that I'm not a doctor.
That's right. What are you, insane? And I watched L.A. Law. I'd watch them back to back. So I'm like a legal doctor. Yeah.
Our fear, our hatred of black, large, disabled, whatever bodies.
Oh, she's just got a whole bunch of people in there.
Now, does she mean like black?
And
large,
are you disabled
like,
because you're black and large? Is that what your disability is? Is that what she's trying to say? I think somebody has some serious issues here. What? I love the pauses that she does.
And just in case there's any out there who's like, why do you always have to bring race into this? Like,
go ahead.
You're a what? Like, it's
what?
Rooted in racism. Like,
why?
Fat phobia is rooted in racism. Oh, so why? It's like.
No, I explain this. You are a fat white girl. You are a fat white girl. How is fat phobia? How is my saying you're a fat white girl racist? How is that rooted in racism? Explain.
I want to hear her get off the ropes on this one.
She'll never explain it.
Right now,
it's racist.
She's trying to get it off her, but she's digging herself deep.
But how? Go ahead.
There are many things to break down at the same time.
Sure.
You're allowed to be attracted to thin people.
Oh, thank you so much.
She just
gave me permission.
She just left that whole
but I told
point.
you she would, of course. Okay, you don't have to.
How's
you
it
don't have
rooted
to
in
explain
racism?
anything or give examples of how it's racist. You just say it is, because everybody knows black people don't know how to go to supermarkets and they don't know how to eat vegetables. And they're just, and we white people, we know, like we know these things,
Crazy.
You just can't exclude a whole group of people and call it a preference.
Yeah, you can.
Like it's racist if you say, "Oh, I only date white guys," or it's racist to those other groups that don't fit in that box, right? It's no longer a preference; it's systemic.
What?
It's rooted.
So now the issue with a lot of these people, and I am saying these people,
right?
And I don't mean just fat people,
right?
But these people who think this way, who think they're debating the world. They're debating the camera on their phone.
Right.
They have nobody to speak any kind of
there's no dissenting
facts
opinion.
or anything back and forth with them. So they're building this delusion.
Right.
And like I said before, they're digging deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. When in the past, I feel like when they're younger, they'll get slapped in the head a little bit by saying, that's not realistic.
But it doesn't. That slap in the head doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, and not physically,
right.
Just like telling somebody.
Right.
It doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense. I've dated, like literally, I've dated all types of women, all types. I've never, like, there's never been a particular type of woman, I'm not going to date her because of the color of her skin or because of her nationality or whatever it is. I've never drawn a thing that, I don't like fat chicks. I don't like fat chicks. It's not my preference. I've dated some chubby girls, but not fat. I don't, it's just not my thing. I'm not attracted to it. If you're not attracted to it, you're not attracted to it. This woman wants to redo biology, in preferences because she feels so uncomfortable with herself, right? Absolute. You know how I feel about that. So it's my job. Anyway, this is, I'm going to throw, she's basically throwing everything, including the kitchen sink at this. It's just like, if you are a horrible person if you don't date me because I'm fat. That makes you're a racist, you're sexist, you're fat phobic,
She's
all of these things.
Everywhere.
Right. And I'm not going to give any kind of justification for this. It's so ridiculous to me. This is rooted in racism. Is it?
She didn't even back that up.
But I don't, but because I've heard this before.
She just threw it out there.
There was, what was his name? John Lewis, I believe, congressman from Maryland. And he died. He had a heart attack, and he wasn't a very old guy. And it was racism because he's a black guy from the, he grew up apparently in the ghetto. I think it was John Lewis. I think that was his name. And this whole idea that they didn't have access to vegetables. Like we live in New York City. Like I know there's green markets. There's and everybody's welcome. It's not like they say, well, only white people are allowed at this Sunday market to buy fresh fruits and vegetables. I've never seen that. And black people don't know how to do that. Black people they don't know how to get on a bus. I don't know what it is. There's a Whole Foods market up on, I think it's 125th Street in Harlem, right? I think that black people live there.
We're getting this message from a bunch of white women,
right? Or white women, right? That this is racist. I don't.
I'm sure black people are just like, what the hell are they talking about?
Is that there's a lot of brothers that like to me. How come you white dudes aren't on board? Maybe she's the racist. Maybe she wants to get banged out by white dudes for a change. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Well, I'm not convinced that she's really a woman. So again, we go back to the they pronoun. I don't want to assume.
It's something else. It's not just an attraction.
It is an attraction.
I am this size because I dieted for 20 years. I gave up dieting because it was a loser game for me.
Because you didn't, it's not again, we talked about this earlier, it's not a diet, it's a change of life. You can't get to a particular weight and then think you can eat whatever you want again. You're just going to put that weight back on. How do you think it got there in the first place? It's look, I'm in recovery. I'm in a recovery program, right? And we always say you can't live on yesterday's recovery. I'm in recovery. If I don't go to a meeting for 6 months or a year, I can't say, well, I went to a meeting, 2 years ago. Why am I using drugs again, right? I can't say, well, I ate a salad, back in last January. Why am I fat? Well, you're fat because you've been eating at McDonald's 4 times, 5 times, 6 times a day, and that's not conducive to losing weight. This isn't a diet. This is a way of living.
It made me fatter. It made me incredibly unhealthy.
No, it didn't.
That just makes no sense.
That's it.
It's just bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey guys, here is a charming, campy TV show to watch that will leave you smiling, and it's called Astrid and Lily Save the World. Teenagers Astrid and Lily are outcasts at school, both for their size and their tendency to be a little weird.
Unbelievable. See, and so we're going to make this okay. Why don't we just show them, shooting dope? They're being ostracized because they're using drugs. Same thing.
After getting made fun of at a party, the two girls try to shake it off and have fun, but they accidentally perform a ritual that opens a portal to a dimension full of monsters who wreak havoc in their town.
Okay.
Astrid and Lily are then tasked to defeat the monsters they released in order to close the portal back up, a mission that will inevitably throw off their plan to blend in more at school. Astrid and Lily Save the World is Buffy the Vampire Slayer meets Booksmart, a silly, loving look at friendship, camaraderie.
Now look at the guy with his arm around her, right? Look at how he looks. Yeah? Is he fat? Look what they're showing here. Oh, yeah. They get the good-looking guy because that's what they're after, right? Yeah. Okay.
And the follies of being a teenager as they try to save their small-minded town. It's also a rare, joyful depiction of fat women being shown not as the butt of a joke, but as the heroes, one of whom just might be able to get the girl in the end.
Oh, so she's a lesbian also.
If fat is so beautiful, why are you offended? Okay, and that seems to be it. And that's it. That's the video. It's a long one today, I know, but and that's it. Listen, if you have a problem with food, you can do something about it. Again, for me, I know what worked, but find a program that works for you and stick with it. You know, even at Weight Watchers, which didn't work for me. I'll be honest with you. It didn't work because I didn't stick to it. I didn't stick to the points. I didn't do all that thing. But whatever system you find that you do, the one girl says, I lost weight, I gained it back. Well, if it's working for you and you can lose weight, the thing to do is to sustain that. When you slip off of that, that's where the problems are going to come in. So if you do find something that works for you, stick with it. And you can keep the weight off and you can be healthy. And again, this is not about being thin, but being thin is healthier than being fat, right? Unless you're too thin. Obviously, anorexia and all that crap, just as bad for you as being fat. So this is about eating properly. This is about a healthy diet that consists of good, healthy food in moderate levels. This isn't about starving yourself, and it isn't about eating whatever the hell you want as much as you want, all right? My name is Dwight Gillespie. Have a great week. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't done so, please subscribe, hit the notification, comment. I'd like to hear what you think. I know I have strong opinions, but I mean this, and I want the best for you out there. I really do. I want you to live your best life ever. And your best life ever will probably be better lived, and you'll be getting more out of it if you maintain a healthy lifestyle. Be well. Have a good one. Thank you for tuning in. Take care.